Tell him! You tell him I'm coming! Tell him I'm fucking coming!
Straight out the Brooklyn basement. It's the GodMode Podcast. GodMode Podcast. GodMode Podcast. GodMode Podcast. GodMode Podcast.
This podcast is sponsored by Blue Wall Street. Blue Wall Street for all your recording artists' needs. This BeatCast is sponsored by No Filter Radio. No Filter Radio, new episodes out now. This BeatCast is sponsored by Blueprint. For all your merchandising needs, do Blueprint. This BeatCast is sponsored by Power Moves MC. Power Moves MC. Every move is critical. This BeatCast is sponsored by the Mopai Corporation. The Mopai Corporation, where our business is sound itself. This BeatCast is sponsored by GodMode Studios. GodMode Studios. Give us coordinates and we'll drop bombs on them. What's going on, everybody? 206 BeatCast back in the building. Everything lovely, everything chicken. Tonight's unofficial sponsor, Sapporo Premium Beer. Yo, if you eat sushi like I do, and not the metaphysical way, but the physical way, this beer goes very well with sushi. And in fact, I would recommend, there's the silver one, but I'd also recommend the gold one. Very awesome taste, and it pairs very well. Real quick, let me do my peripherals if you know me well, and let me share everything with everybody, and we're going to get going today. So, meantime, let me just pull everything up here, Here we go. All right, got my YouTube up, my Twitch up, my Facebook up. Talk to me, come chill with me. Let's make this beat together. Now, let me just share this with some of my groups here, and we will review tonight's Tale of the Take. So let's see. No rules podcasts. Yeah, we don't follow much rules here. Music promotion. Sure, why not? Hip hop artists. Okay. Music production. Okay. A lot of these groups, they get pissed at me for posting in there, but you know what? How sad for you. Okay, music artists and producers. I'll take that. Beats and instrumentals. I'll definitely take that. Okay, podcast support community. I'll take that. GodMode music. Hey, I heard they were pretty cool. All right. Let's see. Promote your podcast. Sure, why not? More podcasts. I'll take it. Podcast promotion. Sure. Why not? Music is my addiction. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed it is. Podcast Nation. Why not? Native Instruments users. Let's hope they don't kick me out of that for that, but I do have Native Instruments shit. Okay, yada, 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 yada. Some more yada. Some more yada, yada. All right, why not? All right, music connection. Fine. Global Music Exchange. Sure. Let's see here. Underground hip hop. Yeah, that's pretty much me. All right, kick ass. All right, that settles it for that. Everything is there. Everything is there. Everything is there. And some more are there as well. All right, fantastic. Now, take a walk with me into the Beat Studios. And let's look at our Tale of the Take. Lovely. So, I'm going to fire up the other mic so you guys can hear me when I turn around away from this one. Hey, that's the one. Let's give the phone some juice too so we don't die out mid-coming. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, power. I got it. Good. All right, let's get some of this stuff out of the way now. And we shall look at tonight's lineup. All right. Having said that, let me make the switch and the turn. Yo! All right, good. So this mic's picking up nicely. All right. Forgive the sound. This holder is likes to scream when I move it. Yeah. No, don't yell at me. All right, good. Now we're cooking. So, let's take a look at tonight's tale of the tape. I threw this in here real quick, specifically for the fact that I've gotten some questions as to how do I dress a session up, how do I get ready to go. So this is going to be it. So I've chosen a very simple little bass sample. In fact, let me play it for us to see what we're going to work with tonight. Hey. So that right there is going to be what we're going to start off with tonight. Now, first and foremost, before I even get into anything, I'm going to hit my master up here, and I'm going to add my Izotope Ozone 7. Now this is going to be on the master, so therefore anything that we do tonight is going to go through that mastering setup. I definitely recommend it. And what I've done with this one is there is one in the presets called Vintage Hip Hop, and I've taken that one and modified it slightly to my liking, and this is the one I use on the show. So now with this applied, right, let's hear it now. A lot more body to it. Hey. All right, cool. So we got that. The next thing I'm going to do to prep this sample to be messed with is, here, I'll start from where you would see it when you click on it. So you'd click on sound, select the sound in question, which is number 1, and we're going to go down to this little plug situation right here. You see where my cursor's floating, we're going to hit that. That's going to bring us to this window, and we're going to select, which is already selected, pitch and envelope. And I usually set these things to ADSR. Me and Dave from All Entertainment from Vegas been having conversations about this setting to where he likes it in AHD. I prefer ADSR for the simple reason that now that same sample, as you saw when I triggered it beforehand, it was triggering the entire sample as I hit it. Now, what I'm going to do, or what I did by changing it to ADSR mode, is pretty simple. What it'll do is change the way the sample hits. So now it will hit with just a button push, and when I let go, the sample will stop. Okay, that has multiple purposes, but for my purpose, sometimes when I have a scene, I like to cut short the sample for a beat break, etc., so on. This is the perfect format to have it in order to actually do something like that. So now we got that all settled. Forgive me, I'm trying to set up the YouTube and everything so I can see everybody and talk to everybody, because in the last few sessions I've been known to not answer. I don't like that. My Twitch people, and you know who you are. I'm watching y'all in the chat, man. Come on, man. Type something. Yap with me. Okay. Because I got my guys from Fraz Esports. You know what I'm saying? Coming in and sneaking in on the kid. But it's all right. We'll get them in for episode 2 shortly. We'll see how they perform live in regards to actually playing the games. And plus, my account will get a lot more kills because of them. Because these guys are professionals at this murder shit. Digital murder. Okay. So, having said all that, let us dress up the sample further. Now, what we're going to do is, now we're going to create our first scene. Because now, as you can see, there's no scene, there's no nothing. We just have a sound. And in this case, we also have a drum kit, which I've chosen. This is one of my favorite drum kits that I like to use in Headland Flow expansion for the machine. It's called the Dark DSE kit. I really like the kick and the snare, to be honest. You know, and that's why I use it a lot. But again, we can switch all of that up as the beat progresses. I digress. So, we're going to create our first scene, and the way we do that, we're going to hit the scene button on the machine, hit scene, select any one of the squares. So I'll choose the first one, and I'm going to put my length out to, let's say, 4 bars, even though my assumption is it's 8 bars. But you know what? Let's do 8 bars. That's fine. Okay, so that's going to be our first scene right there. So, okay, so scene and position, and then scene 1. Boom, you want to scroll down to scene 1 right here. Okay, so we have that. So now it turns yellow or whichever color you prefer, and on the machine jam, we now have scene 1. So we're going to work with that as is. So now, the next thing I'm going to do is within that scene, because you want to set up the scene first, you want to set a pattern into the scene, or our first pattern, which again is going to be the sample. So instead of the scene button up here, we're going to go down to the pattern button right there. So hit the pattern, same thing, hit one of the squares and shoot it out to the length of your scene, which in our case is going to be 8 bars. Now, shift navigation. The bottom one is for the bottom part of the screen. Okay, go ahead and work that back so we can see the entire scene. Shift nav, we'll turn that off again. And then I'm just going to take and draw out this entire pattern like that. So that tells the, I'm going to raise the velocity up a little bit so it hits the button harder. So all that's doing now is it's going to repeat the sample. And in fact, I'm going to show you why I put it into ADSR mode as well. Right about now. So let's take us a peek. Boom. All right, and all right. Yeah, with all that nonsense. Get out of here. All right, so let's play the sample out and see if I was right. But before I do that, let me not screw up. Tempo. The tempo is set at 120 BPMs right now, and it obviously will not work for this sample because the sample is set to 80 BPMs. Remember, when you buy samples, most of them are going to tell you what BPM they are at, like this one here. So I already know what tempo I have to dial in if I want to keep the sample as is and loop it as is. Because again, most guys that do sell samples do understand that you're either going to cut it or you're going to loop it. So we're going to loop it this time around. And so again, hit the tempo button up here. Boom. Hit that and dial, use a big old dial and dial it down to this case 80 BPMs. So now I'm going to play the sample and see if I was right or wrong, if it's going to be a 4 bar or an 8 bar. So let's give it a look-see. And you are at the beginning, and you are now IDDQD. Hey. Okay, so I was wrong. This plays at 4 bars, which is not a problem whatsoever. We're going to shorten this down to 4 bars. We're going to shorten our pattern length to 4 bars. And on the scene, as you can see, because I've set the scene to be 8 bars, it just basically is going to double tap it. So it's going to play it twice within the scene. Do I want that? I don't know yet. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to the scene and I'll switch this scene length to the same 4 bars. So now we got that just like that. All right. So now we should have this thing looping on itself. Right. Now if it does that and it doesn't loop, up here, hit that little loop function and it'll start looping on itself. But I just got me an idea. Right at the beginning here. I'm going to take the scene and I'm going to shoot it out to 8 bars again. Yeah. Then I'm going to take the pattern and I'm going to shoot that out to 8 bars again. Shift navigate, bring it all into focus. Now, why do I want to do this? I'm going to show you why this ADSR works. Now, normally, like I said, if you're not in ADSR mode, you're gonna hit the switch or the button and it's gonna bring it, loop the whole sample, and it won't stop until the sample is over. But in this case, I've cut out a little section here, okay, and within that section there's going to be nothing playing and I'm able to actually stop the sample. So let's take a listen. You saw that. So it actually stopped. And I'm going to take the decay down a little bit because that's how quickly the sample is going to stop once you let go. And it stopped right there for a beat break or something, etc., so on, whatever you want to put in there. That's why I like putting it into ADSR format. All right, now let's put together a pattern for our drums. Same thing. Pattern. Select any of the pads, which I usually select 1. Dial it out to what you want. So I could even dial it out to 4 bars right now. And in fact, I will, for the principles of coming up with a beat like real quick in the 4-bar scheme. But don't forget, the scene itself is going to be 8 bars long, and it's going to basically play what I play in the 4-bar. It'll play it twice. And then we have that little break at the end. And that's just going to show you guys how ADSR mode actually works. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. Come on in, hang out, talk to me. And like I said, you're at the beginning and you are ADDQD right now, man. You go to my drums. What I want to do with the drums before I even do anything, because I already know this kit too well. I know this kit very much too well. First thing, we're going to turn down the hi-hats a little bit and the open hi-hat. Now, what I want to do with the open hi-hat, I'm going to do the same thing to it. Go to the plug right here and I'm going to go and put it into ADSR so that I don't have to hear the whole open hi-hat every time I hit that button. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much as far as I'm going to go for this thing for now, because it's already EQ'd out. A lot of these preset or like drum patterns, I like how they already have them EQ'd and pretty much good to go. So there's not much mastering except the actual mixing that you need to do for a complete product. All right, So that's a story there. That's a story there. And that's pretty much all I got for the tail of the tape, man. Let's get into it. Okay, now knowing what I know now, we'll go back into levels. All right. We're gonna jack up a little bit. We're gonna jack the sample up a little bit. Hey. Right here, you can just pretty much feel out what you're gonna do with it, you know, and then we'll shoot from there. I'm gonna take down the I'm gonna take down the hi-hats one more notch. Way too loud. Yeah, something like that. So something like that. So we'll just hit record, let that bitch look back around, and we'll lay something down. I fucked up right there. And it's okay to fuck up, man. We have the undo button. It's totally alright. Because I want to come in with something like boom, boom, boom. Something like that right there. Now you see how they're not playing on point, right? But since I have the bar split, the grid split into 16, right? All we got to do is hit Shift, Quantize, which is number 5 pad right up here. Bomb. And that right there puts it right into perspective. Eliminate a couple of things off of there. Now, and show you how that beat break is working for us at the end. See right there. Right. And I'll even go in there and I will change the decay. I'll take it down even more. I'll even take the decay down to almost nothing, because I want it to just, even the release, I'll take all of that shit down, so when you let go it just drops. Know what I mean? Alright then. Now, I want to make one with some hi-hats on it, right? But instead of modifying this same one, which is going to be the only one we're going to be able to use, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it so that we have two. Like you see, we got one up here, that's this pattern, and this pattern is the sample. So let's add one with some hi-hats. So we'll take pattern, and up here we're going to do duplicate. Now you see two of them up here right there. Now those two are going to be the exact same right now. So now we're going to take the second one and add hi-hats to it. Now I could do it like this, or I could just go into note repeat. And do it like that. And I could even switch up live. So, what I'll do first is record it like that. So now we have just the hi-hats, right? Now we can just start modifying it. Hey. Alright, I just had an idea. Alright? For a little mix-up, right? So what we're gonna do is, like, let's say I like this pattern right here, right? But I want to just double it up in size so it matches the 8 bars so I can manipulate it a little bit, right? So let's say I want to do that. So we'll take pattern, and instead of duplicate, we'll hit double right up here. Bang! Sorry, camera. So now, it's the same thing, just copy and paste it more or less. Now, I had an idea of what I want to do is I want to take and cut this ending off right here and let this play out in its entirety, and I'll cut the beat out right there. All right? So note where you're going to cut it, which is 4/4. Right? And here, we're just gonna leave something like that right there. Alright, and then the ending is just gonna cut out. In fact, I'll cut that one off right there as well. Right, so something like that right there. Save your projects, save them often, don't be like me. So now we want to cut out all the unnecessary things right at the end or the beginning or whatever. Hey, hey, with that ending, make sure that loops out right. Kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let me see. I want to roll it back and let it end a little early in the beginning. Let's see what it goes with. Okay, I like that, but I'm gonna change the grid to cut closer to it to see if it's any better or worse. I like how that ending is hitting now. Oh, hey. I like how that cut off. That's good. That's good right there. Ba-da-da-dum, bam, ba-da-dum. I still think the hi-hats are too loud. So, let's go in. For shits and giggles, let me throw in another kick right at the end. See how that works out on the loop. I don't like it. Bye-bye. And that's why we have the magic of the undo button. Hey, hey, hey. All right, let me smoke something and we'll add some more to this. Enjoy the ride. Mr. Blaskowitz. Mr. Blaskowitz. Mr. Blaskowitz. Yeah. So. Alright, that's a good little starting platform right there. Let's add something to it. I'm thinking... let's do some pianos. For my pianos, I'll only fuck with Alicia's keys, yo. Illest fucking pianos. Fraz Esports, what up? Come battle me, man. Sunday's gun day, bro. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do when I set up a new group here, first thing we're gonna do, obviously, is throw our pattern up. Boom, pattern. And we're rocking the 8-bar. So now you're already kind of preset to go before you go, you know? Hey. Now, let's go with... let's go with Big Studio. Let's see how that works out. Go right into my jazz setting over here. I found that the jazz setting hits a little better for me. Now I want to go into chords real fast. And see. And in chords, we're going to go for chord set. Drop it a few octaves. Find what you're looking for, because me, I'm doing this on the random, so it's hard to tell how I want it, but I do know I want some piano in this. So you can go into types right here and use this wheel for majors, minors, and all that stuff, you know? So let's try minor 8. Nope. Minor 7. Almost, but not quite. Nope. Let's go to minors 6. Nope, but almost. So I'm getting somewhere to it. try some of the major chords. Let's see how that works. So we'll go into major 8 now. This is the last major they got. Negative. Alright, you know what? Let's come out of keyboard mode. Alright, having said that, I think I'm going to take this little pattern, and again, we might just use it for a hook section. I don't know, you know, because I kind of like this whole thing for the verse section, because it's a simple as beat at the end of the day. Hey. And I don't want to take away from its simplicity, so that when the artist spits on it, this shit ain't gonna overwhelm him or her, you know? Alright, so, having said that, the section I'm gonna create is maybe about 4 bars long, at best. So we'll take that pattern, which is the green pattern that we're working with, we'll dial it back to 4 bars, and record it. Quantize it. Alright, there's one of them somewhere that's off. Right there. Right there. Then we're gonna play with our velocities a little bit to make sure that they, like right there, you know what I mean? You kind of get to customize how hard the keys hit. Something like that. Right? So now we have this that we could add into any part of it, a hook or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So we can do some shit like, just for fun, let's see if it works. Hey, hey. So this could be the beginning of our little hook or bridge section. Hey, hey, this is definitely the verse. Hey. So now I'm gonna create another group. Let this play. Save your work frequently, shift save, bang. Nah, I just wanted to see what it would sound like. That's some crazy shit right there. I like that. Only thing. See, this one I don't know too much about. I like the sound, but for some reason I'm not able to trigger it on and off. And that makes it pretty much unusable in my arrangement. Even though I want to use it. Now, how do we get this thing to conform, let's call it. All right, so maybe. Because I don't want to mute it every time, that's the thing. Damn, I wish I can get that fucking sound. But I gotta figure out how to make that shit trigger or non-trigger. That's my thing. Hey. You know what? Let me just bounce through a couple of kits real quick. See if I can. Hey. Let me go through. You know what? Infamous Flow has a lot of good melodic kits. Let's see. Dubstep. Oh, you know what? Let me go into fucking Street Swarm. Let me see what Street Swarm got for us. That's a pretty neat one right there. I like that. That's pretty neat. You know what? For that matter, that a little bit. This is the action strings, by the way. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what else we got here. It's pretty neat, but not my size. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, so I'll tell you what we'll do. Dig through some massive X here. Negatory. That would be good for some dubstep shit right there. Definitely. That's a little fucking crazy for this shit. Save your project frequently. Hey, I like that. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that. I like that. Hey. Definitely not calling this conga though. That could be a cool intro right there. I like that. None of that's working. So, doesn't matter. We'll work with what we got. Hey, save your work frequently. Alright. Let me take a smoke, and then we're gonna try to arrange this thing here and see what happens. getting ideas. Bong. Ideacles. Whoa. All right. So, I've decided to arrange this out a little bit first and then see where we go from there. I know some of these sounds don't make sense yet, but I have this idea for some of this shit. Because this is not going to be like... This is going to be like a track that goes all the way straight through, kind of. I don't see a hook on this, to be honest. Yeah. So. And then we're going to modify more of the drum patterns, and we're going to get this thing sounding a little bit more user-friendly, let's call it. Tonight's unofficial sponsor, Smirnoff Ice. That orange shit, man. It's like a screwdriver. And we like screwdrivers. So, the way we're going to do this, we're going to take this scene, go to scene up here, boom, and duplicate. All right? So remember, this is an 8-bar. So this is our 8-bar intro. First verse. 8-bar hook. Second verse. And another 8-bar hook. I'll see if I can make a verse or a hook situation for this, but I don't know yet. But that's the format we'll use. Now, let's control navigate. And the top one, we're going to shrink that down so we can see it. All right. Select the whole thing to play through. And now, start deleting. That's a weird ass switch right there. I gotta find a way to make that work. What? Yeah, just for the fucking shits and giggles of it. So again, basically we're just taking scenes out we don't want and kind of figuring out what we're going to keep or not keep.
GodMode Studios. GodMode Podcast. GodMode.
And just like that, we have an arranged situation. I have a longer intro though.
God mode. God mode. God mode. God mode. God mode. God mode.
there. We gotta work on that part. May as well. It's like two beats in one.
God mode.
Bop, bop, bop. Okay. It's shaping up. It's shaping up. I need little transitionals to bring this into this, you know what I mean?
God mode.
Okay.
God mode.
This is the weirdest fucking intro I've ever written, I swear to God.
God mode.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the yeah, welcome to the Okay, you know what we could do? I'll tell you what we could do. We can duplicate this one.
God mode.
Just playing with the velocities a little bit. Sorry. Save your work. Always save your work. Whenever you make a new pattern, always save the shit. Alright. Let me take smoke, see what else we're gonna add. Hey. This shit is weird. I'm gonna go make a vote to myself whether all this shit stays right here. Yeah.
God mode.
I just thought of something.
GodMode.
It's a little risky, but let's try it. So what we want to do is go to Group A, where our original sample at 80 BPMs is, right? You want to change it from sampler to audio. I've had machine crash doing this, but effectively what I've just done is made the sample tempo moldable. It's a little jewel right here. And I want to speed this shit up just to see what would happen. The whole thing. Let's see if it works. Now let's hope the sample grabs it. Which it should.
GodMode.
Here we go. Yeah, it grabbed it. Hey. And this is at 88. I just wanted to see. But now let's see if we could save it. That's where the crash happened. Here we go. Fucking save. Oh shit, it saved. And it didn't crash. So this is how you make a sample tempo moldable. All right, let's do maybe 95, 96, 86. Jesus. And this is when the sample becomes really fun to play with inside here. Look, let me show y'all. Here we'll go into just one loop of it, right? But remember, now you can pretty much watch this. I'll show you something. Gates. Jesus Christ, that's what it is. So, in this setting right here, you see how it just stopped? All right, so watch this. So effectively, you just highlight when you want the sample to play. This is when it really becomes malleable. Okay? I don't need all of that, so... See, me, I just needed what I needed before, which is this. See, now all the samples, once you switch it into audio, you're gonna see this right here. As long as you have it on gate, it will function the same way, but even better in regards to cutting into the sample. Like if you want to do, like here, I'll show you. Say right there. So what we'll do is we'll draw it out to right there. All right. Let's put it up right there, right where it was. All right. But now we have a break right here. So 2 and 3 and 2 and 4. So you just cut everything out of 2 and 3 and 2 and 4. Know what I mean? And that's how you make little beat breaks. But see, effectively we've changed the speed of this whole thing, and I kind of like it at this 87. Gives it, it's a little more lively. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think it'll work. Right there, we gotta change that to that. All right.
God mode.
Delete that last snare right there. All right. It's a good little starter project. I like it. I like it. I like it. Needs transitions now from the one part to the other part, but we have it nicely arranged, and we can work with it. We can work with it. All right, y'all. I am going to depart for now. Find the beats at the link right there. Right there. Right there. You see it? Right there. Yeah. GodMode Studios, BeatStars. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see y'all in the next one. And as always, peace.